George Tolan Mana Opung Osman Weah, born 1st of October 1966, is the President-elect of Liberia and a retired professional footballer. Widely regarded as one of the greatest African players of all time, in 1995 he was named FIFA World Player of the Year. Weah became involved in Liberian politics following his retirement from football. He formed the Congress for Democratic Change and ran unsuccessfully for president in the 2005 election. Weah was elected president of Liberia in the 2017 election, defeating the incumbent Vice President Joseph Boakai. Weah was born and raised in the Clara Town slum of Monrovia. He is a member of the Kru ethnic group, which come from southeastern Liberia, one of the poorest areas of the country. Weah was one of 13 children, primarily raised by his devoutly Christian paternal grandmother. He attended middle school at Muslim Congress and high school at Wells Haston High School, and reportedly dropped out in his final year. He began to play soccer for the Young Survivors Youth Club at the age of 15 and later moved on to other local football clubs, assuming starring roles for Mighty Burrell in Invincible 11. Weah worked for the Liberia Telecommunications Corporation as switchboard technician. After playing in the Liberian Domestic League, winning several national honours, Weah's abilities were discovered by Cameroon national team coach Claude de Roy. Weah moved to Europe in 1988 after being signed by Arsene Wenger, whom he credits as an important influence on his career. Weah was a real surprise. I have never seen any player explode onto the scene like he did. Weah joined Milan in 1995 and immediately won the Italian League in 1996 under Fabio Capello, playing alongside Roberto Baggio, Dejan Savicevic and Marco Simon, finishing as the top goal scorer. Due to his successes with both Milan and Paris Saint-Germain in 1995, Weah was the recipient of several individual awards, the Ballon d'Or, the Ons d'Or, and FIFA World Player of the Year, becoming the first and only native African player ever to win the prestigious awards. Weah was banned from 6 European matches for breaking the nose of the Portuguese defender Jorge Costa on November 20, 1996 in the Players' Tunnel after Milan's draw at Porto in the Champions League. Weah said he exploded in frustration after putting up with racist tauntings from Costa during both of the team's Champions League matches that autumn. Weah signed for English Premier League club Chelsea on loan from Milan January 11, 2000, in a deal which would keep him with the West London club until the end of 1999 to 2000 English season. Weah's time in England was deemed a success, especially at Chelsea, where he instantly endeared himself to their fans by scoring the winner against rivals Tottenham Hotspur on his debut. Following his time in England, Weah returned to France and played for Marseille, where he remained until May 2001. He later played with Al Jazeera in the United Arab Emirates Arabian Golf League, where he remained until his retirement as a player in 2003, at age 37. During the 1990s, Weah was regarded as one of the best strikers in the world, despite not being able to score as many goals as other forwards of his generation. An exceptional goal scorer, it is no exaggeration to describe him as the precursor of the multifunctional strikers of today. Quick, skillful, and boasting a powerful physique, fierce shooting power and deadly finishing skills, in his pomp Liberia's Mr. George was rightly considered one of the giants of the game. Weah is a devoted humanitarian for his war-torn country. During his playing career, he became a UN Goodwill Ambassador. He's also been named a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. At the 2004 ESPY Awards, Weah won the Arthur Ashe Courage Award for his efforts. Weah used football as a way to bring happiness and promote education for children in Liberia. In 1998, Weah launched a CD called Lively Up Africa, featuring the singer Frisbee Omo Isabel and 8 other African football stars. Weah was president of the Junior Professionals, a football team he founded in 1994 as a way to encourage young people to remain in school. The club's only requirement for membership is school attendance. Many of the young people, recruited from all over Liberia, have gone on to play for the Liberian national team. The DR Group chairman and Indian entrepreneur Nirav Tripathi announced a multi-million-dollar partnership with George Weah in 2016, whereby global football academies would be established to help assist youth in both impoverished and emerging nations. Following the Second Liberian Civil War, Weah announced his intention to run for president of Liberia in the 2005 elections, forming the Congress for Democratic Change to back his candidacy. While Weah was a popular figure in Liberia, opponents cited his lack of formal education as a handicap to his ability to lead the country. Analysts also noted Weah's lack of experience, calling him a babe in the woods, while Sirleaf had served as a Minister of Finance in the 1970s. Weah's eligibility to run for presidency was also called into question, as it was reported that he had become a French citizen in his footballing career at Paris Saint-Germain, but these complaints were rebuffed by the Electoral Commission in court. Weah obtained plurality in the final round of voting on October 11th, garnering 28.3%, which qualified him to a run against Sirleaf. However, he lost the runoff, garnering by only 40.6% to 59.4%. Weah alleged the election had been rigged through voter intimidation and ballot tampering. Many of his supporters protested, but with assurances that the vote was fair, several prominent African leaders called on Weah's supporters to accept the result, and Sirleaf became the president of Liberia. The African Union had characterized the elections as peaceful, transparent, and fair. He has been highly critical of those who say he's not fit to govern. Quote, "With all their education and experience, they have governed this nation for hundreds of years. They have never done anything for the nation." He remained active in Liberian politics, and after returning from the United States, successfully campaigned for the Congress of Democratic Change candidate in senatorial elections. In 2011, the Congress for Democratic Change chose Weah as its vice presidential candidate with Winston Tubman, but lost. In 2014, Weah ran for the Liberian Senate and defended Robert Sirleaf, the son of President Sirleaf, in landslide victory, receiving 78% of total votes, becoming the first international athlete to represent Liberia in legislature. In April 2016, Weah announced his intention to run for president a second time, and was elected president of Liberia in the 2017 general election, winning a runoff against Vice President Joseph Boakai. He has 3 children, George Weah Jr., Tita, and Timothy. After a trial with Chelsea in 2013, Timothy signed with Paris Saint-Germain in 2015. He also plays for the United States at youth level.